Governor-elect Monday Okpebholo and Deputy Governor-elect of Edo State now have their certificate of return. They received it at the national headquarters of INEC in Abuja. The certificate was presented to them by INEC National Commissioner Rhoda Gumos, who represented INEC chairman. Mr. Monday Okpebholo of the APC won the election with 291,667 votes to beat his closest political rival, Okpebholo of the PDP, who polled 247,274. The governor and his deputy-elect were accompanied to the INEC office by former governor of the state, Adams Oshiomhole, Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu, and national chairman of the APC, Umar Kanduje. Speaking to journalists after the presentation, Senator Adams Oshiomhole says Edo residents now have a governor who respects the tradition of the people and that governance will return to the state.
Is an experienced politician, a distinguished senator who has a blueprint for the development of Edo State, and we assure you will see great changes.
We claim the drainage so that Edo people can look forward to rainy season. We now have a governor who will respect our traditional institution, which is the heart of our culture. We now have a governor who will not be fighting over artifacts, right? But rather he will be fighting over what is good for Edo people. We now have a governor who will not demolish a hospital and replace it with a museum. We now have a governor who understands the value of education and will not destroy libraries and replace it with a market.
Joining me on the show from our Abuja studio is spokesperson to the Edo State Governor-elect Paul Ohonbamu. Mr. Ohonbamu, thank you for joining us on the program. You know, they say that members of your party haven't taken President Tinubu's advice of not gloating over victory in Edo State. Is the APC concerned about the division this election have caused among the people and also the challenge that it poses for the incoming administration?
Thank you very much. The election has been held, and the so-called division, you should expect what followed. This cacophony of voices, those who lost must complain, and those who won the election will rejoice over the victory. But I can tell you that there is no serious division there, because what happened has been there in fixed deposit. It was what was expected to happen. There is no way Okpebholo could have won that election because of the activities of the governor of the state, who had destroyed everything there is that can augur well for any candidate. He brought out Okpebholo as being his chairman, Okpebholo. They have been together 8 years in governance, and it has been social dislocation, institutional collapse. There's nothing. The ties of friendship destroyed, cause of relationship not honored. The governor betrayed the state, betrayed the kingdom, betrayed the nation. There is nothing left, and there is no way. You cannot travel the Devil's Expressway and expect to arrive at God's destination. So that result, what happened that day, was a physical manifestation of a spiritual conclusion. There is no way. The governor knew that the route he was taking was dangerous. I don't know what inspired him. You destroy people's properties. You have created, for no apparent reason or warranted political rancor, a governor who turned himself into an entrepreneur of violence. All of a sudden, you even said it will be do or die, threatened everyone, and that the state will burn, Nigeria will burn. Of course, we knew when he said it that it was just impotent grandstanding. There's nothing.
All right.
And the results show it.
Mr. Ohonbamu, I hear you clearly. My concern, however, is that it is still the same narrative we are hearing after the election, because 247,000 plus people actually voted for the PDP in this election. Traditionally, winners would extend an olive branch to the other parties. Are we expecting to hear that? Are you concerned about the other residents in Edo who completely disagree with your political school of thought and who are also part of the Edo people that the new governor will have to,
Thank you very much. As for the olive branch, in today's acceptance speech. The governor has done that, has called upon the Labour Party candidate, Olu Akpata, to come on board so that they can build Edo together. And he also called upon Aswego.
Amongst others, there are some who would say it's a matter of time before hostility resumes among these stakeholders. You think your party can survive this arrangement?
Yes, the party can. At least the governor, once he's sworn in, he should know what to do. And when you give every man his due, when I say due now, you know what I mean. Give every man his due, and I don't see any problem there. They are politicians. The only thing that the politician has is the interest. That is the only thing that is alive. All other things are secondary. Every man's interest, every man's due you give to him. You govern well, because that is the heart of the matter. You govern well, meet the heart desire of the people, meet the legitimate expectation of the people of Edo State, so that everyone will be happy with you, the way they are happy with Adams Oshomole. That's it.
The question has always been, does he owe any man their due, apart from the electorate and the good people of Edo State? Who should be his primary responsibility? Because usually that's where the political division, comes in, when there are multiplicity of interests to the point that it begins to affect his primary responsibility as governor.
When I say every man is due, that every man is part of the people of Edo State. Everyone, including politicians, those who are there. Because one short thing, when you are not arrogant, when you don't abuse, when you don't reduce people to the worst form of human degradation, when you don't treat people as if they are nobodies, I don't see how they can take offense against you. That's what I really mean. Give them their due respect. It's not an issue of pecuniary gains I'm talking about now. Due respect. Give people their due respect, no matter who you are, whether you are small or big. You should know that this is why I'm happy. The person who won, Okpebholo, the senator, knows that everyone possesses the sacredness of his personality, and is the type who believes that the Amajiri is also a child. So he cannot distinguish unnecessarily between the rich, the poor, the high, the low, because he's from the low. So he knows what to do. That's what I mean. Every man is due.
Ohonbamu,
that's the first thing.
As a politician and as a journalist myself, both of us know that there is more to respect than dues. There are people who have invested into this election who would also want their people in very critical positions. But we'll talk more about that right after this break. Stay with us, everyone. Paul Ohonbamu is spokesperson for the Edo State Governor-elect Senator Monday Okpebholo. Well, I'm back now. Hopefully you can hear me now, Mr. Ohonbamu. Yes. Let us talk about what we experienced before this election. Your party candidate didn't speak much to the press during electioneering. Do you think that will change now? Will Monday Okpebholo now speak more to the media?
Yes, I think it will change now. Why he didn't speak much to the press, it was not because he cannot speak or he cannot face the press. That the truth of the matter, he was going about meeting the people, the electorate, from ward to ward, unit to unit, and throughout the entire state. But they made it a big issue. Heavy weather over it, that running away from debate, he cannot face the press. But the real thing is this. Even though debate has some elements in politics, democracy is not a debating society. It's not what is involved in democracy, the underlying thing is the people. This is why they say government of the people, for the people, and by the people. It is the people. And it is those people that Okpebholo was meeting, going about meeting them. In politics, you lobby these people, you cajole these people, you frustrate for these people. That's what he was doing. And you know that these people, they remain the beautiful dancers of democracy. They are the jurymen and women of the ballot. They are the ones who will determine the thing on that day, which they have done now. And they did it perfectly well. Especially the low grade, the ones you call the ordinary people, the little men. Some bourgeois, politicians, those elitist politicians, they abandoned them. But Monday Okpebholo went to them because he knows the relevance of the little man. The little man on that day will use his vote, as he has done now, to prove the magnitude of his littleness and to show the importance of the little man, to underscore it. The former British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, the one who loves and hates democracy, had this to say. He said, at the base, at the bottom of all the tributes to democracy is the little man. So, Monday Okpebholo went after these little people, artisans, those ones you denigrate, which the class in politics, he went after all of them. He went for them, straight for them, and now he has got the product of his endeavor.
So I remember sending you a message to get an exclusive with him before the election. I didn't get a reply. If I send that message again now, are you saying that you can work out an exclusive with Mr. Governor-elect on this show?
Yes, obviously.
All right, we're looking forward to it.
He will interface with you more now. So
we're counting on that and looking forward to it. Government, they say, is a continuum, but we've heard the governor-elect say that he's coming to continue what Oshiomhole did. Or would it be a great disservice to the people of Edo if APC disregards what has been done in the past 8 years?
No, he has also said it, that any good project that touches and concerns the well-being and the life of the people of Edo, it will continue, whether from Obaseki or not. When he said it will come from Oshiomhole's story, he actually emphasized the fact that development ended then, after Oshiomhole left. Because with Oshiomhole, we knew that government can be for governance and not for looting. So when Oshiomhole left, you saw social dislocation, institutional collapse, you saw serious economic distortions, you saw social disequilibrium. Now, we are trying to recover this equilibrium. You saw, unwarranted political rancor, a governor that will fight everyone, that will do more instead of, developing the state, it went and destroying people's properties and seizing. Even Niccolo Machiavelli, as deadly as his politics was, he warned that leaders of principalities must ensure they stay away from the wives and properties of people. Because men, sooner forget the death of their fathers than the loss of their patrimony. But this governor, Obaseki, destroyed people's houses. He didn't care. He will seize anything. So there was this coalition of the injured also waiting for him. And they also struck the blow during that last election. So what Monday Okpebholo Senator is saying, in essence, is that all good projects that are there, he will continue. Saying exclusively will continue from where governor... Yes.
Yes. Mr. Ohonbamu, recall that Governor Obaseki had launched a 30-year master plan for Edo State. Is that something you think he will also carry on and adopt?
Well, I don't... When you say master plan, all ideas, on fulfilled ideas are still bet. When you say 30 years, these 8 years, what is on ground? When he was bringing, I told the Edo people that he was bringing a new cloth of good governance. And I asked them, told them to ask him the one he wore for 8 years. So there must be systematic chronological development in this thing. You say 30 years. Where are we starting from? Is it from Monday Okpebholo's tenure? Because there's nothing on ground that you cannot place something on nothing and expect it to stand. It will collapse.
The fallout of not hearing so much from Mr. Governor-elect is concerns about whether or not he would have a mind of his own, free from the influence of godfathers and those who helped him win this election. What are your thoughts in this regard?
Nobody can change. He has tenacity of purpose. He's strong-willed. I don't want to say he's a man of steel, because we reserve that one exclusively for the Russian leader, Stanley. He's a strong-willed person. Nobody can push him around. And he's not given to equivocation. When he tells you anything, he carries it out. So no one can control him. And it is God that made him the governor, that made him win. Because there were obstacles. Of course, you saw impediments here and there, but because God wanted it, and the people, allowed, they voted for him. This is why it's there. One man cannot approximate to be 291 people voted. Cannot approximate to be 291 people who voted. You. So that's it.
You were very critical in his campaign organization. What's that one thing you think he's committed to doing in his first year that we can hold him accountable for?
Yes, on his own, he told electors during the campaigns. For example, in a local government, he said within 100 days, some 4 roads that surrounds a vehicle spare parts market, he assured them that within 100 days, he will fix the roads, construct the roads. That one you can hold him because it's a direct statement from him. Uwelu spare parts the same. He told them that their bad roads will be fixed within 100 days. He made so many promises and, of course, located it within 100 days. That is the starting point. You must ensure you achieve those things within 100 days. And we'll remind him, trouble him to do all those things. And he will do, because he's giving to service. He has been doing all this for his people in Edo Central. And he will continue. It's not one who will learn how to give service, how to construct roads, how to give people power. He's an ICT guru, so he knows what to do. But as for failing his promises, God forbid, he will not do that. He will meet all in line with legitimate expectation of the people.
All right, there's more to talk about. I guess we're going to follow up closely with the governor-elect, and hopefully you can also help us work out an exclusive with him in the coming days. Paul Ohonbamu is spokesperson to Edo State Governor-elect Monday Okpebholo. Thank you so much for talking to us on the program this evening.
Thank you.
All right, let us get back.